Here's a word. I. Lashing spherical prism, glow grabber, light prison. But what's a prison? Run my hands up the curve inside looking outside, pressed against the glass, the pattern an ancient tapestry screening landscapes on the flesh of a face. But what's a face? The words swarm like fish, hungry mouths against the glass. The eye wants my mother. The eye wants the light to touch my skin. The eye wants to be a socket sitter, a nest of bluefinch eggs, speckled, smooth, something special inside, a secret, a special secret. A year, an hour, a lifetime spent picking berries off the bush, picking only the brightest ones. Those are the ones to eat. The eye wants and wants to push past lashes like jungle reeds rattling in the night and burn through screen after screen thick with the humming bodies of insects. But that hum, that thrumming its hum, swab inside the ear, the eye wants to claim its prize, an ear for an eye, that crispy bite of pie, sweet cream between the teeth, spit it out, it shouldn't be, not the right berries, not the right cream. Don't you know there are books to teach these mountains how to stand, teach this tree how to be still? Still, what's a tree? Tell me. Beat it like a lash against my eye drum. Let the eye thrum against it, tree, 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 until it bleeds out green. Grass is green, until it tapestries itself into a waltz, Beethoven's favorite, the same 3 steps stamped over and over itself, a field of arpeggiated lace where that flayed ball can roll itself flat, pupils stretched like a void. I think I might try this, sitting still at the mouth of that gaping pupil, and let it swallow my love cry, 'cause fuck it, I want love. Where's the love? I want to be loved. If they love me, I'm here. If they love me, I can be, I can see. This eye can bat its lashed teeth and feed. Love me, let me be. I have a master's in music production. I can hear color. I meditate with the sunrise. I'm a spiritual being. Don't you love me? Don't you see me? I've got my eye on it, and it all melts like Dolly on the highway going 80. I'm suddenly floating back, and the eye folds the road around itself, an asphalt stole about an empty hole. And what are the trees? But everything kissing itself where there should be a cornea, the steering wheel dilating. But there is something, the eye lashes out. Everything, yes, everything. Do you remember the time with Henry's freckle on the lake? And yes, the sky is white and meets the everything as if it were light, and the road rolls out into a road, into a road, into a road.
Hello. This poem is titled, She Is There. She is there. Our body is an empty cup. From loss, to mourn, to grow up is to grieve. And still, she is there. Spinning through sky's waters, long tentacles flowing with silent grace, grasping at nothing, moving with languor, as if just to dance for the sake of her own eloquence. Its fineness, the beauty in each moment too fragile for these human hands and hearts. If we could only slow our breath to stillness, even just for a second, even just for a half, and then just one thought enough to overlook it. All we get is one chance in every moment to meet in our aloneness, this vulnerability in its unrefined depths, in the never-ending flow of this and that becomes something else, then something else, then something so beautiful it couldn't possibly be. And we can never know what it is, only what it was to imagine what it might become. This is when the rain pours down to remind us back into our body. And still she roils around the dark waters, transparent, utterly beautiful, enfolding, unfolding, flowering ever inwards, gathering in, spitting out like breath, all with unthinkable ease. It is not personal. It is not personal. Thank you.
So I was thinking about watching phenomena like a rise and fall, and how that is kind of the exact same thing as just falling in love. Because what you're doing is literally just falling through phenomena, whatever it may be, and that phenomena is literally like love. It's this dream substrate that you're just falling through in choiceless awareness. So this is a poem about that. It's about that free fall through space and time, through the dream, and making the choice to fall, making the choice to jump into that dream. So, without further ado, this poem is called Falling in Love. When we made the promise to dream, we were drunk on possibility, but drunk promises are still promises, usually pretty good promises. So we jumped into the promise to dream. Into this dream we fell, we grew bodies on the way down, and we're still falling, met with just this, whatever this may be. Peeling toenail polish on the back porch while crickets carry rightness more than any song on Spotify could. Children shouting nonsense into the distance, they're still drunk from the initial jump into the dream. A lavender sky that sighs a singular puff of vapor, a haze of place and time, so cosmically coordinated. A lawn chair resting between forever and forever, for a moment enfolded in these eternities, just with my gaze. Sweet daydreams and pin scratches and cat scratches and scratched up lottery tickets. You won $15, and the whole universe is made from scratch because everything traces back to nothing. And how can that be? Is a question that is only answered with laughter, but dressed in tears sometimes, dressed in anger sometimes, because we had to know ourselves through the inverse of ourself. We knew that love was painful, but at the time that we jumped, we didn't know what pain was, and in the drunkenness of being ourself, we knew we could handle everything, everything. In the drunkenness of being ourself, we jumped into a dream to know the beauty of ourself through contrast, to understand limitlessness through limits, to understand total unknowing through knowledge, and I suppose, too, because we were curious, playful, and drunk enough to fall in love.
Place. It seems when I was little, before I learned to think, the world appeared, then vanished, every time I'd blink. I had no thoughts to speak of yet, nor knew that I had eyes. And every time it happened was a wonderful surprise, like a game of peekaboo, with all there ever was, no rhyme or reason needed, all happening just because. When I got a few years older, some would call it smarter, I heard about a thing called words, which made my life much harder. What once was just one picture became 1,000 things, so much to remember for a tiny little being. This is this and that is that became the constant game that split apart the seamlessness and gave each shape a name. To make it even more a task, some things had more than one, 2 names, 3 names, sometimes 4. I nearly came undone. They touched my hand and called it hand, but also called it me. But I was there before those names. How could that even be? They said I was this body and that I had a face, which to me was way confusing, 'cause what I saw was space. I think I thought that it was weird till I got a little older, and I forgot I had no head they said was on my shoulders. Time became a real life thing of which I'd not enough, and the world got huge and I got scared, and life grew really rough. Thoughts turned into thinking, and thinking into stories about a me who wasn't free and tragically transitory. A separate self. Oh, woe is me. Life could not get bleaker. I knew there must be something else. So I became a seeker. I tried 100,000 things and spent a ton of money. I got a guru, met my guides. My friends thought that was funny. I watched videos on YouTube. I got an app to calm my mind. I sought and sought, but all for naught. I sought but did not find. And then one day, not long ago, I stood before the mirror and I noticed I was seeing in a way that things were clearer. My reflection showed a person with eyes and ears and hair, but she was looking back at me from an arm's length over there. I thought, how very strange. I cannot find my center. In place of my face, I see space where everything can enter. Wait a minute. Hold the phone. What is this I'm seeing? How can I be a person when all I find is being? I'm not inside a body. The body's inside me, along with sounds and shapes and colors. A magic tapestry. I am the world, and the world is me. It's all made of my essence. And if I try to find myself, all I find is presence. Stories fade and silence stays unchanging and unending. Empty, full, and never dull, eternally extending. How funny to have built a self from thinking and sensation that seemed to feel so very real, but was only a creation. I'm everything I sense and hear. I'm everything I see. There's no more fright. It's all just light that played a game called me. I learned a lot whene'er I thought I was that little lie. Now I'm home as the great unknown in this placeless place.
Naming the invisible, cherishing uncatchable wind, this air of me, breathing eternity, exhaling annihilation, neither before nor after. What is it that we're after? Chasing our tail, the dog already knows. Heaven above, hell below. Above or below what? Oh, I don't know. Descend where you aren't, ascend where you are. Nowhere to begin, nevertheless, be in. So play it as it lies, or lie reality goodbye. The sunburn surreal, the struggle's unreal. Do you need the perfect app? Or maybe it'll take one zap of an electric eel to reunite you with the field. Remember all the feels, ever zealous in zeal, it's in the pig's very squeal. What dwells in all hearts is what's revealed. The very isness is this. Divorce consciousness is the illusion of one, playing hard to get. Why? Oh, just for fun. What else, when all is done, ever nude and ever new, such glee, whoever knew? Scatting equally profound, bippity-boppity-boo, slip-slop-sloo, wham-a-flannel, dude. All was lost, now is found. Elicit the simplicit, this is it. A masterpiece is a beloved part of the puzzle. Go full picture and remain full screen. What's to sift from this whole dream? Grifting is but another gleam, twinkle of a star. Be just how you are.
My name is Nikki O'Neill from Aotearoa, New Zealand. My poem is called The Invisible Realm. Mysterious, invisible, I stood no chance. Fear turns me back, but I'm caught in its glance. Destroyer of worlds, of gods, of souls, what is this pull to be swallowed whole? A raging shadow appears from the black. I panic and terror trying to find my way back. No way out, alone and afraid. Is this what it's like to be unmade? An unheard voice whispers, turn around. You must face your shadow, not bury it underground. Terrified, I turn and I bow down low to this roiling, raging inferno. Spitting and screaming, it shrieks through my ears. I'm frozen in fright, drenched in my tears. These tears are no match for this raging fire. I don't know what to choose, surrender or desire. Surrender is chosen, how I don't know. As I bow down as far as I can go. A presence is felt, still, calm, serene. It wraps itself around me, invisible, unseen. A love so pure, so powerful and free. It told me nothing could ever be wrong with me. I melt into the bliss, a feeling so profound. My heart bursts with gratitude, love flowing, unbound. This peace is all-pervading, indestructible, always here. Oh, how that soothes the soul to face uncertainty and fear. The world appears exactly the same, but it's not inside this invisible game. Where this ends, or does it at all, no one knows, of that I'm sure. Am I lost? Am I found? Where even is this invisible realm? What's the price to enter this game? Everything will be taken, including your name.